footage might look slightly different. This is video. What I was recording with before was pure video. So this is really cool. So I got to the top. I hear cows somewhere over that way. We're not going to see them, I don't think, today. I mean, they're nowhere on the trail that I've got planned, sadly. But there's a woodpecker somewhere over there that I can hear. I can't see much. My glasses are slightly fogging up, which is great, but I'm going to record now. Whether or not this will be included in a full vlog, or whether it will be the, I don't know, the second or third part of a trilogy or something from Cheddar today, I don't know, but let's get a move on. We're up the top of the gorge now. It's just gone at 9:30. Some lovely muddy puddles here to walk through. Hopefully not slip up in. But yeah, it was an absolutely beautiful trip up there. Hopefully the time shift turns out okay, because there were some lovely views. A couple of pauses as I came up to look back and rest. My arm is slightly aching carrying this bag, but it's to be expected. But yeah, the cows are over that way somewhere behind us, so we're not going to see them today, sadly. Look at all the water droplets on these leaves. Camera won't do it justice. I'm not going to zoom in too much, but I'll keep it there for a second and then we'll get moving. So far this path doesn't seem to be closed. I think it was just a bit going down there. Here's where we are. We are Black Rock Gate. That's what I was on about earlier in the main vlog, or the full vlog. Where are we? Probably definitely says the Pinnacles is that bit that I love, the highest point. It's good to know. We're here, West Mendip Way, so we got to walk all the way back along there. We'll pass these things as we go. I'm going to try and get a little bit of a move on, because I'm not making the 10:30 bus, that's for sure. That's 11:15 bus. Definitely not making that. I'm probably, if anything, I'm going to be too quick. Back in the Cheddar too quickly for the 12:30 bus, 1:45 bus. So, yeah, I'm going to be here a fair bit longer either way. I should probably spend some more time up here, which I may very well do. But I don't know, I want to maybe, look at this, who litters up here? Look at the view. Someone's left their Nature Valley bar and their Costa cup all the way up here. Dirty buggers. But at least we have space in the bag, I suppose, so I can clean it up for the poor wildlife who has to suffer because of humankind. Look at that view though. It is absolutely gorgeous. I keep saying gorgeous. I only ever say that when I'm at Cheddar Gorge. And it's not even intended to be a pun, it's just what comes to mind. And it's different to beautiful, which is what I usually say. Got my AirPods in, I called my mum on the way up with dodgy signal, so I could, time lapse and record everything and still talk to her with dodgy connection. But should really have taken them out. I'm too lazy to do that now. I'm not listening to music or anything, so I can hear the birds, It's just absolutely gorgeous. It really is. No one about, middle of winter. No other hikers about so far that I've seen. Plenty of wildlife. And it's not even cold. I like the cold. I wouldn't mind it if it was 0 or below. It never really gets that cold during the day around here. Not recently anyway. I'm sure it'll be a bit colder a little bit further into next month. But yeah, I don't know, it says 4 degrees on the phone right now. Feels about 10 with this stuff on. Could easily be a summer's day. Or way too much really. But it is what it is. Next time packing super light for sure. With the bag anyway, I probably might Probably might need thermals next time in February, assuming I come, manage to get down here. Will be, I imagine, a bit colder, but I'll try and pick a day again like this. I wanted to come here because we had a really good few days at the start of the year. I think it was the 2nd or 3rd I wanted to come here, but I imagine the buses possibly running at different times around the very beginning of the year, and I imagine there'd be a lot more people about as well, with it being the start of the year. So we're kind of midway, halfway through January now, which is apparently a really great time to come because there's nobody about besides those tourists we saw. I assume they're tourists, maybe they live local, I don't know, but those people we saw down in the gorge. But that's the only people we've seen so far, besides cars driving by, but no one's actually stopped, and done what we're doing. So many little birds, so much colour as well still. Loads of red little berries about. Tons of autumnal colours still. Seeing quite a bit of orange around. I don't know, really, these days, last couple of years, really hasn't felt like winter. It's getting too warm. I don't think I've ever had a super cold winter. But when I think of winter, I'm not going to get through there with all this gear on. Let's just do the sensible thing and open this one. When I think of winter, I think of, really cold, snowy days. Obviously not everywhere's like that. Where I live in England, not so much. The most snow we had, I think it was like 2018, 2019, quite a few years ago now. But there was one point at Sand Bay, which was completely buried in snow, the country road, taller than me, which was crazy to see. I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Not in person, not around where I live. So that was great, but I've come out sort of this way. Sorry, I'm trying to readjust everything. Fingers are sort of aching from holding this, but I came out this way a few years ago with a volunteer group to do some coppicing. I think it was nearer the Charterhouse than we are now anyway, because we did quite a bit around there for great crested newts, and then the coppicing, which is removing bits of wood and trees to make room for the forest floor life, I believe, if I remember correctly. But that was that anyway. This battery actually started on just about 50%. It's still just about 50%. Never used this one before, it's brand new, so I don't know whether that is a factor in why it's not fully charged. I did fully charge it when I got it, at least I thought I did. But we should have more than enough anyway to get back down to the village and whatnot. I probably won't record video all this way. I'll do another time shift pretty soon on the way down. That'll save me voice, and there's probably a bit of heavy breathing in this, which is not very nice to listen to, I'd imagine. Not the field to the left, but the one just past the one to the left. There's a bunch of goats, or sometimes there are a bunch of goats in there, and I mean like hundreds of goats. Don't know whether they're all still here this time of year. I think they are free to come and go as they please. And as we've seen, they're all throughout the gorge down there. So that's that. I won't go in there today. It's kind of not very far out of the way, but it is kind of out of the way. And I do have time to kill, but I don't know. This bag is kind of putting me off from going anywhere too exciting, too different to what I already know. But we will get a view in a second. Absolutely gorgeous one. The reservoir, Axe Bridge, and you can see it kind of now if I raise you up and stop rambling away. Is that goats in there or is that rocks? Pretty sure most of them are rocks. There might be a goat or two in there. I can't see any. But the view just beyond that field though, which we'll see in just a second, is just absolutely, again, for lack of a better word, gorgeous. And we will of course get a view of the gorge as well itself. Whoa, sorry, you're in a hawthorn bush. I'm not looking above me, I'm looking at the rocks. Oh, it's bloody beautiful. That hill way over there, if I remember to point you in the right direction, that's Brent Knoll, just beyond the reservoir. And to the right of that is Weston, where I'll be going back to later, sadly. I'd love to live up here with the sheep and goats and just chill out in the mendips my whole life. That'd be, I mean, yeah, you can't beat this view. I've been lucky enough to go to Aotearoa, climbed up Mount Maunganui, watched the sun rise over the Pacific Ocean. That was beautiful. Loved that to pieces. Will always be one of my favourite memories. But this, when this is on your doorstep, you know, nothing beats it. Again, I do love cycling here. Cycling up the gorge, punishing myself for some reason, and going all over that way to Priddy and all that lot. It's just beautiful land up top there, over that way. But getting the bus here, I guess one day if I can drive, hopefully, that'd be great too. But, you know, just enables you to do so much more and see so much more. Because I wouldn't be seeing that view if I rode my bike here, that's for sure. One, I'd be way too tired, and two, as I said, I'd be over that way, which has its own brilliant views, but nothing beats that right there. Look at that. Let's go on down and see the gorge there. There's just no people. It's brilliant. Absolutely. I keep wanting to swear, I don't know why. I want to say, like, you know, freaking fantastic or something. I don't know why. But that's kind of where my head's at right now, I guess. It's just so awesome. Well, there's a person way over there on that side. Don't know if you can see that. Someone hiking over there by that wall. First person I've seen hiking today. And they're nowhere near us. So that is brilliant. We will be heading back down now. Obviously, this is going towards Cheddar, the village itself. So people do come up from this way. We'll see how we do, but so far I'm not seeing anybody. Hopefully the camera works okay. I'm kind of just shoving you up there so you can get the best view of the landscape. I don't really want it to focus on me too much because I get enough of that around Weston doing litter picking. We've done the litter picking portion for the most part. We'll still get everything we'll see on the way down, but you know, we've done the litter picking, we've done all the bits with me in. Now we're just going to focus on that view right there. I'm going to put this bag down, get a quick picture of that as well. That view, not the bag, that is. And we'll have a look down over this way, because this will be some pretty nice views right here. Let me take the glove off. Oh. Hold you with this hand for a change. My beard is super wet from condensation, or whatever you call it. I should probably know, but there we go. Look at that. I get my bag out the shadow, my shadow out of the view even. There we go. Quick video for TikTok. As always, I'd like to ask everyone watching to please pick up just one piece of litter. It doesn't have to be that much. If it is, that's awesome. If everyone did one piece whenever they went out, the world would be so much cleaner and safer in no time at all for the wonderful wildlife of the world, our lovely pets, and of course, for us silly humans as well. Right, back to the main video here though. Need to pay a bit of attention because we're by the cliff edge. Don't, you know, be sensible. don't fall if you do this yourself. I'm going to stick you out all the way, and I'm going to stick you out even further over the gorge there, so you can see a little ways down. Now I'm not going too close to the edge today because it's slippy. I've got muddy boots. That's close enough for me. I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm just sensible, you know. There will be slightly better views from some of these spots down here though. I don't know whether we're on the pinnacle right now or not. That might be no, this is probably, yeah, the pinnacle is probably here, I imagine. The nice section of road down there, I'm gonna say is what that is. Let's get the glove back on though, get the litter bag. It's so annoying having to pick up people's litter. I don't mind it because I get to keep it clean, you know, cleaner than I found it anyway for the wildlife. Because how could you want to come here and leave litter in places like this? I'll never understand the mentality of people who come out here and leave stuff. But yeah, stick you up a bit further. We'll have a look over here as we pass. Ooh, look at that. Let me get closer to the edge. On my butt, because again, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, right. Probably look ridiculous. Hopefully I just point you away and don't point out how ridiculous I look, but I probably will, knowing me. Well, that sun is blinding. I do have my sunglasses. Surprised I've not put them on yet, but it's just, I mean, I've genuinely got no words for it, you know. I could go on and on about how gorgeous, how beautiful it is, but genuinely I couldn't put this into words. You just have to be here and experience it. Thankfully now we're on the downhill stretch, so should be fairly easy going. I want to try and get a few shots with me in, so I'll kind of stick it off to the side there. That should be good enough, I reckon. Fingers crossed anyway. Leave that litter bag there, then we'll have a look down over yonder. Oh, a couple of crows, sorry guys. Just coming to look at what you guys get to see every bloody day. You lucky, lucky birds, you. Because imagine getting to see this every day. Let's go on down there, shall we? A bit careful, like. This bag is very unbalancing. So I'm going to look ridiculous getting down, but look at that. Oh, there's another hiker down there. All the way down there. Whoa, right, let's get on up. Where did I leave the bag? That is the question. Oh, it's all the way over there, jolly good. Stick you way up there so you get the best view. Crows, hey crows. I love watching you guys. I think now though, as beautiful as it is, I do want to show it off a lot more, but I'm going to set you up on a time shift again. We time shifted up here, let's time shift going down. We'll still get the views, we'll just have less rambling. And I think that's a good call, I think we'll do that. So, oh, there's another person, look. First person I've seen today actually close to me up here. So anyway, I'm gonna get you on a time shift, gonna get my other camera back on. It was dead earlier, is why it wasn't recording. Should be charged now, get that back on. And yeah, I'll see you at the bottom, I suppose.